Welcome back to our raga Yaman Sitar lesson series. We're on lesson 4. I'm Will Marsh. We're in the key of D today. Now for this lesson, we're going to be using the pattern that we learned in lesson 2, the Ashtak. So if you haven't learned that pattern, you'll need to refer back and get that pattern in your hands first, because we're adding some meend to this pattern. And meend is when we take the bending notes, and it depends where you're at within your practice. Meend may be something that you're already doing or doing comfortably, or it may be something rather new. So I'm going to try to break it down so that even if it's relatively new for you, you can start practicing this. Now let me play this Ashtak pattern that we did, incorporating some means, and watch where I'm putting these means, and watch how this pattern that you hopefully already know is sounding. So you can hear it's the same pattern, but there's a few points where I'm adding some bending notes. And this really will strengthen your ability to bend, and specifically in the raga, in raga Yaman. And as you get into compositions and tons, all of this will be utilized. So all of this kind of stuff is really going to be embedded in your hand from doing this pattern. So let's take the first phrase. We have now, where we're adding the meend is from the ga fret, and we're bending ga ma pa. So notice how I'm using both fingers. They don't need to be in the same fret, but the first finger is kind of here directly behind the second finger to support it. And you'll see on all of these bends I'm doing, I'm using the second finger because there are multi-note bends, and also we don't have to immediately grab a note below. So experiment with this. The other option is that the first finger can be waiting on the re fret. And it's not totally necessary. For me, I get more control on my bend if my fingers are closer together like this. So try it and see what works for you. I like to bring them together. Now, so this bend exactly, let's just isolate it. So we're on the ga fret with our second finger, and we're playing ga ma pa. See if you can get these means here accurate. And then we also need to come back down. Take a moment and just try getting these notes, and then we'll play it together in the pattern. Okay, so let's just take this whole phrase with the meend and play it slowly. I'll show you what we're going to do. So we're going to just take this phrase and loop it, and listen for the accuracy of your bending. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, so I wouldn't bring it any faster until you really feel comfortable with the pitch accuracy. It's not about speed in the beginning. The speed will come later. And you can see that I'm still doing the same da-ra, da-ra. I'm alternating. Sometimes you might find yourself doing only das, but try to keep the da-ra, da-ra alternating. Now let's move on to the next phrase in the Ashtak. So we have mi re ga ma pa ma ga re sa ni da pa ma ga re. Now you can see here I'm doing the meend from the da fret, and I'm playing da ni sa. And here I definitely keep my two fingers together inside of the da fret. Just try getting these notes with me a few times. 2, 3, 4. Da, mi, sa, 1. Try this a few times, getting the da, ni, sa. Now when we put the phrase together, what we have is sa, ni, da, pa, ma, da, ni, sa. Let's take this phrase on loop and do it slowly, and we'll work on the accuracy of that bend. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sa, ni, da, pa, ma, da. Alright, so we've got two phrases now, and the next phrase of the composition, we repeat the first line again, and then we have, now this one we're going to keep on the frets for now, because this one will do a 4-note bend, and that will come after getting the first ones down. So on the frets, and then we have sa, ni, da, pa, ma, da, ni, sa. So this is the same as we did here, just an octave higher. And we're going to keep that bend. So let's get this last part here. Sa, ni, da, pa, ma, da, ni, sa. Keeping the bend. Sa, ni, da, pa, ma, da, ni, sa. We'll do this pattern on repeat slowly from sa. Sa, ni, da, pa, ma, da, ni, sa. Sa, ni, da, pa, ma, da, ni, sa. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sa, ni, da, pa, ma, da, ni, sa. Sa, ni, da, pa, ma, da, ni, sa. Great, so now you can see where the means are in this pattern, and let's go through the whole pattern now. Again, we'll have mi, re, ga, ma, pa, ma, ga, re, and then sa, ni, da, pa, ma, da, ni. We repeat the phrase. This phrase is on the frets for now. Bending here. Let's put it all together nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. more time. Great, so I want you to practice it slowly until you get nice accurate bends there. And then you can speed it up. And practice it like this. I'm going to give you a harder bend that we haven't added just yet. In case meend is a little new to you, I want you to focus it on it like this. But if you're ready for the challenge, we'll take the third phrase and we'll bend all from the fret. So we have. So if you're ready to incorporate this, but if your hand hasn't done a lot of meend yet, I want you to wait for that and then add it. That's why I didn't put it in there just yet. But you can either see what you can work towards, or if you're ready for it, you can go ahead and add it. So that bend there. I'll play that phrase for you again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's how it sounds when you've had a chance to get some accuracy and then you speed it up. So have fun practicing this. It's going to do so much for your left hand strength, your accuracy of meends, and practice this as much as you can. It'll also develop a real good callus in your left hand. And remember, the ashtak you can also practice without meend and work on speed with it. Now we have two ways of playing the ashtak, one on the frets and one with the meend. Thank you for joining me here on lesson number 4, and please do like and subscribe. Feel free to ask questions. I personally check them. I'm happy to respond to any questions that you might have. And if you'd like to know more about me, visit my website, willmarshmusic.com. The sitar that I'm playing is an instrument that I just love, and I have these available. I've been importing them for over 4 years. So check out the website if you want to know more, and see you on the next lesson.